I must be of the fourth kind, Miss Paquette.
I see. What kind is that?
He sits on a pale horse. His name is Death, so to speak. I have had a wonderful time this evening. You are very charming.
Thank you.
Is it true you slept with Riker? I didn't know. You must forgive me for my rude behavior and my most unfortunate name, Pfunz. It comes from a very small town north of Munich.
How nice.
My mother and father, they ran a school for rich children. Not much time for herding of goats. They were very cultured. They never dressed me in leather clothing. I never married. Never met the right woman. If I did, I would have loved her till death devoured me. There. I've answered most of your questions. Now you can answer some of mine. You said you would do anything for a good meal. What did you mean?
Well, nothing.
What did you mean by my lustrous glass?
I didn't mean anything.
You said you'd have to be drunk or insane. To do what exactly?
I'm sorry, Major. I don't remember saying that.
Come now, Miss Paquette, let's be honest. I loves the truth. I have erotic charge for you. You make a joke, but behind joke is truth. You want to touch me, is that what you meant?
I suppose it's too late for an apology.
I'm not asking for an apology.
I would need my polish in a cloth.
Did you think I was going to hit you?
No.
You must have thought you deserved it in your heart.
No.
Natural reaction? Your husband was a violent man?
No.
But he was pig.
Your English is quite good, Major.
Not really, I don't speak a word.
Why did you stop me from talking? I would have told you everything eventually.
Was there more to say?
Perhaps you were trying to save me from myself?
I was becoming bored.
That is a danger when you don't understand the language.
I can see why Riker was so taken with you. You must have had him in the palm of your hand. Do you know what his job was?
I had an idea.
It used to be my job too. Did he ever talk about it?
Of course not.
Did you ever ask him?
I wasn't interested.
Everyone is interested, Miss Paquette. Everyone acts as though the camps don't exist. But in reality, they are starving to know all about them. Have you ever been to a labor camp?
No.
All of life is there. Humanity in its extremes. My job is to liaise between the work unions and the military. I've gained a deep, almost religious understanding of humanity in these camps. Our camps are small and dull, but I was rather happy to be given the post. It certainly is warmer than Poland.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. As I sailed past the islands, I thought to myself, what a shame that Homer lives so far away to sing over the praises. Everything is here. This place is a haven. Luscious gardens, beautiful antique churches, everything the poet needs for inspiration. Do you think I would fit in?
I'm afraid not.
Why?
I don't think you would fit in anywhere, do you?
You really are the most insulting woman I've ever met. But here's the truth. It is a privilege. So, how many people knew that you were married because you were pregnant with another man's child?
One,
Your husband never know?
and never will.
Your son?
I said I loved him.
Whatever happened to his wife? The Jew.
When the war became imminent, she disappeared. Went to England on a boat full of cowards. I haven't seen her since. We were never close.
Have you been trading on the black market long?
Since the start of the war. Are you going to arrest me?
No.
Then perhaps we could drop the subject.
You make much money?
I don't think that that's any of your business.
I could make it my business.
Then arrest me.
Not yet.
Why not?
I was hoping that we could become... that you and I might... I have seen so many things in this war. Things that made me ill to my soul.
Oh dear.
You are so rude. You are the first woman I've met to be so true and forthright. I hoping that we could become very close.
So I have a choice.
There's always a choice in human relations. I would like to see you standing there, naked in delight, Jean Pascal.
Is that an order?
Is poetry. You are the one who sees me as I am, and yet you laugh, Jean Pascal. Do you dislike poetry?
Bad poetry, yes.
Blasted by sighs, surrounded by truth, hither I come to seek the spring. At mine eyes, and at my ears, receive such balms which else cure everything. Stop.
Mommy! Estelle!
Hello, good evening.
Estelle!
Well, I hope we haven't shocked the young lady.
Of course we have.
I would think that she would be used to seeing her mother in various stages of undress.
Get out!
Well, I would love to stay and chat with her and find out why she's out 2 hours after curfew, but another time. My bedroom at the Hermitage is the one with the paneled walls and the great view of the sea. Was that yours?
It was my husband's. I hope he haunts you.
Does he haunt you?
We wanted to apologise for being out after curfew. There was a sick cow in the top field, and I asked Estelle to come with me to hold the torch. I'm sure it should have waited.
Lillian! Get Estelle and go to bed.
Jean, introduce us.
Lillian, this is Major Pfunz. Major Pfunz. This is Lillian Beckett.
Ah, hello, Sister Eugene.
Yes.
No, I'm her daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Wife of son Miles. Flies plane.
That's right.
Very nice. Is cow better?
It's fine.
I have a look. I know many sick cow facts.
Thanks, but Estelle and I got awful wet in the rain. We'd rather want to dry off and go to bed now.
Well, rather dry off. Yes. Good evening. Enchanted. You are an oracle of truth.
You see, yes, he broke his leg. Yes, yes, falling off a horse in a cliff's path, you see, and then he was stranded here and he had to farm because he refused to work for the enemy. So then he was farming vegetables. It used to be carnations and orchids, but sadly, Major, demand has dropped.
May I see his papers?
Oh, certainly. They are with his father in Torteval. Why don't I have Mrs. Lake fetch them for you while we are sightseeing? Would that be convenient?
I love when you lie to me, Jean. Every word excites me, especially when I know you are capable of such truth.
That is the truth. He's my cousin Gabriel from Torteval, and if you don't believe it, you can jump off the earth.
Oh, it's the poltergeist.
What do you want from her, Major?
I have discovered she has taken something from my room.
I haven't taken anything.
She says she hasn't taken anything.
She is lying. Where did she learn such behavior?
I'm sorry, Major, I cannot leave you alone with her.
What do you think I will do? Hit her? I have never hit a child.
I will just be in my room. I will just be in my room. You only have to call.
You know what I want.
No,
Come now, you little phantom. You have a book of mine.
no, I don't.
I would like it back.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Don't waste my time, please.
I haven't got it.
I'm asking you kindly to return it.
I can't, can I?
That my only friend. I'm a very lonely man.
I haven't got it.
Estelle, I am warning you. You are in very deep trouble. There's a road I could take you down. Where this road ends, you have no idea.
You can't do anything to me. I'm a child and I sick as law.
There is something you don't yet comprehend about war. You see, whoever is winning, that is us. Can do whatever they like. War is governed by force and chaos, not the law. This is a real war, Esther, not some stupid game you've made up in your head. Over is the water. Millions of people are dying. Force and chaos are terrible masters. I have killed people. Yes. An ordinary man like myself. If you knew me before the war, you would say, Pfunz. He's a good guy, good old chap. But imagine, now I could kill you. There is no justice. If you were a little Polish girl or a Jew, I would take you outside right now and shoot you in the back of the head. And no one would say a word.
Maybe you just lost it.
Did you give it to your sister-in-law?
No.
Perhaps you did. Perhaps I should take her outside and shoot her.
She hasn't done anything.
She is cunning mind behind you. I heard her say so
She
herself.
was lying.
So are you. Do you know what I keep in that book? There are no state secrets, or Nazi plans. It's poetry. I am a poet. Does that surprise you? I hardly think you're going to bring down the Third Reich with my book of poems.
I haven't got it.
Finally, you lie to me.
I'm not lying.
What your handsome cousin? Has he got my book?
No.
How about your mummy? Does she have it?
No.
Perhaps you don't trust her with it. Perhaps you think she spends too much time with German soldiers. Do you mind that she spends all her time with us?
Don't care.
Does it bother you that she sells her food to my men while the islanders starve? She's a parasite, don't you think? Would you like to see her go to jail?
She hasn't done anything.
What have I done? You stole my book. What have I done when you leant over me in the middle of the night to put those things on my face? Did you see me awake in fear? Did you laugh at me? Did my anguish amuse you?
No.
Why did you do that to me?
Don't.
Why not one of the other men? We are always the enemy.
No, you're not.
We are always the same.
No. They all leave the lounge when you go in. None of them like you. They don't talk to you.
Then we have something in common, don't we? Forgive me, Estelle. But no one likes you very much either, do they? Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I know exactly what kind of woman you will grow up to be. Unloved. You are in your coffin. Give me back my book.
I threw it in the sea.
You're lying!
Mommy!
Damn you!
He said you were a parasite. What did she do? You would have believed him.
Of course he doesn't. He's just making nasty, idle threats. Perhaps you'll go now.
I have not yet collected what I came for.
What's that?
My book!
I haven't got it.
Is that the truth? Yes. Then go to your room.
I must have this settled.
If she has it, you'll get it back. You have my word. Are you just here to terrorize my child, Major? Or is there something that I can do for you before you go?
Yes. You can help me with a problem that I'm having.
What's that?
I'm worried for Eugene. Worried that you have a Jew living under your roof, eating your food, spending time with your child.
Major?
She is bad influence. Why don't you throw her out?
She is my son's wife.
Why didn't she go back to England before the war? She must have known the danger.
She wanted to. I asked her to take Estelle and go to a cousin of mine in London. I had to stay here. I couldn't leave my house. When they got down to the harbour, it was all panic and mayhem. Estelle got afraid and ran away. And by the time Lillian caught up with her, the last boat had sailed.
So, it is the child's fault that the Jew is stranded here. Amazing, the devastation that innocence can cause. My problem is I have reviewed her papers. Not only is she registered as a Christian, her birthplace is listed as Guernsey. We know that not to be true. Can you explain?
Major, please, I beg you to stop this line of questioning.
I'm only after the truth.
Please just leave things be.
Why do you protect her so? It's obvious you don't like her.
How I feel about her is not the point. I've got my faults, God knows, but treachery is not one of them. I could not live with myself.
Oh, a matter of conscience.
Yes.
A civilized person can negotiate with conscience. One learns this in war. The conscience will collaborate.
I have gone down that path as far as I intend.
Yes. But it's a path that goes on forever. Eventually you can live with anything. Jean. I must turn her in.
Why?
All Jews must be registered.
What for?
For their own protection.
What is your name, Major? Your given name, your Christian name?
I have two. Neither are relevant.
Well, Major von Pfunz, I know that you appreciate frank speech, so I'll be frank. I want to make a bargain with you.
What kind of bargain?
I will enter into any type of relationship with you that you want, as long as you do one thing for me. Leave my family alone.
Well, that is a very interesting bargain.
Yes,
What could you mean by it?
exactly what I said.
You will do anything I desire, as long as I leave your family at peace.
Yes.
Well, I am overcome. It is like Christmas and my birthday, all on the same day. Jean Lescal will do whatever I desire. But I can think of nothing.
I know that you accept honesty, so I'll be honest. You're lying. You can think of plenty.
True. But I don't think I like your bargain.
Why not?
It kind of ruins the spontaneity of our relationship, don't you think? Is this how you seduced Riker?
Captain Riker was a handsome man. Are you? Do you think that you would stand even the remotest chance with me if I didn't have some sort of ulterior motive?
None ever.
That's why. Why lie? We both know that I find you disgusting. I want to keep relations between us absolutely honest. You want me, and I want my family to live without the fear of harassment. Every prostitute has her price, and mine is peace of mind.
Well, your bargain is quite interesting. But I'm afraid I must turn it down.
No?
Don't demean yourself, Miss Briquette.
You impotent fool.
You're much like your daughter. You treat this wall like a game.
What does that mean?
You think you're invited. I have news for you, confidential.
Then keep it to yourself.
3 days ago, a launch of ours was lost at sea. It was carrying a young man from Berlin. This morning, when the wreckage was found, his body was not in it.
How sad.
This young man was headed to Alderney to view a new camp of ours. It's run by the Schutzstaffel.
What are they?
It was bright as angels. The SS. This man was an officer.
What does that mean?
He was quite educated, an aristocrat. Studied at Oxford.
Sorry,
Spoke
Major.
English like a native.
I am very sorry, Major. I fail to see the relevance of all of this.
Perhaps there is none, Jean. What I'm saying is that The penalties for harboring information on him could be quite severe, if you had any. I'm worried for you. I'm placing a guard around the house.
Why on earth would you want to do that?
I was going to turn a blind eye to this. Look the other way. Anyone else I would have arrested already. I'd do this for you. 6 armed men.
It was a wiggling rat, but I think it was for crabs. Will it do?
What for?
For him, you just have to find your chance. I'll help all I can.
I don't need this, Estelle.
Why not?
I'm going to smite him with a thunderbolt.
There is your mother. I want her now.
Why?
You know why? Explain. If you come to my house again, I will instruct my men to shoot. Never in my life have I known a little girl to be so ruthless. You're like an animal. Filthy, dirty animal.
Guten Morgen, Herr Major.
Helska. Sie sind meinem Haus versetzt.
Ich weiß, uns geklärt hat sie auch noch die Kleine.
Reckon. She's sick. Forgot.
What's she done?
It's almost too embarrassing to say. She has urinated in my boot. These are my best boots. The finest in Munich. I was to wear them on my special day with Miss Paquette. You can imagine my disgust. Your flu is better?
Yes. Thank you.
You have good rest last night.
Not really. I couldn't sleep.
I sent my men to watch over you.
It wasn't your men that kept me awake. I was reading.
Good book?
Poetry.
Ah. You are a lover of poetry.
It fascinates me.
It is the treasure of England.
Yes.
I grew up with Keats and Donne. I dabble a little myself.
You write poetry.
Yes. I'm hoping one day to be published.
Oh,
Does it surprise you that I write?
a little. Yes.
Poetry is the voice of truth. Truth is found in extremities. A soldier lives in extremities. A soldier lives in the mouth of death.
But surely not all soldiers see the truth, even when they're staring right at it.
I quite agree. But you see, the soul of a poet knows the truth. Sometimes this soul is trapped in a soldier's life. It is the poet that is able to unravel the chaos that he is in, to make it something pure. The poet sees everything. You see, the poet believes that only when we struggle on a greater scale do we know what it's like to be alive, that we are more than a machine. You know all of this. You went through Oxford.
What do you mean by the greater truth?
You asked me such a thing before breakfast? I mean an honesty so pure that it hurts us. A superior beam of light, where everything is clear. But such a state is only possible within a dream. Search is poetry. To choose to look into the face hardest, that is where you find purity.
I see.
I think that this is a moment that only comes to us in death.
You see death as the greater truth.
There's a film of purity, yes, I know it's cliché.
So purity can be absolute darkness as well as absolute light.
Yes.
How would you define evil?
Are you playing a cricket match later today?
No. These are my clothes.
Major, I thought I heard your voice. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I was just putting the finishing touches on my hair. What's that?
That is my boot.
What is it doing in my kitchen?
It is the victim of an outrage.
I'm sorry?
Your daughter has emptied her bladder here.
She has done nothing of the sort.
I will show you. There. That is the evidence. These are waterproof. I stuck my foot right in. I was revolted.
How dare you suggest that Estelle would do something like this?
I demand that this be cleaned.
One of your pig soldiers did this. Make them clean it up.
Madam, this has gone on long enough. Your daughter will clean the spout in front of me while I watch, or I will instruct my men to shoot all trespassers. Then we will see if she can haunt us.
Over my dead body.
I have had enough!
Are you threatening her life? You need to remember where you are. Perhaps you are in the habit of shooting children, but this is civilized. This is a civilized island. I take full responsibility for ourselves. Why don't you take me out and shoot me? Better yet, why don't you take us all out to be shot? Take whoever you want and go. You're disgusting.
This was a mistake. It's a figure of speech. You know, I say these things. I say you do this or you do that or I will shoot you. I don't mean them. It's a language barrier. It's a problem. Let's go to the ruins today. I've ordered us a picnic.
Am I under arrest?
No,
Is anyone here under arrest?
this was a mistake.
Then go!